Okay, were you lacking fatherly and motherly love?
No.
Okay, so it means you had some kind of relationship with your parents growing up.
Clearly, yes. Now,
So why are you saying
but
he's
I
in the
say to
best
the talk
position?
because him now, your wife don't born.
You will not get married, Abi.
So which I never. This is what I say.
Okay, guys.
I go marry before I go born. Him
Nice
don't already
one.
marry, so he won't born.
All right, people, it feels good to be back in your faces on your screen once again after a very long break. Yeah, this is the Triple F vlog where we'll talk about everything family, friendship experiences with a little bit of food in the mix. And today, I have two gentlemen, or should I say men to gen, with me in the studio, and we're going to be debating about something really interesting. You know, I don't bore you now. I always bring it hot. I've heard people say that experience is the best teacher. Others believe that, it's better to learn from other people's experience because most times you won't live to tell the story. And I'm very sure you've heard the phrase that the enemy of my enemy is my friend, while the friend of my enemy is my enemy. But then, does this apply to adult friendships with all the bosses and hustlers of life? We're going to find out today if inheriting a friend's enemy is a proof of loyalty in friendship. And with me in the studio to discuss this, I have on my right, the one looking like DSS. Man on black, I mean man in black. So I have Andrew Ifiemi, the voice you hear on Nigeria Info every morning on the Morning Crossfire. Hi, Andrew.
I'm good. You mentioned food.
Yes.
Like, how did you know I was going to be?
And
I'm not
so I
seeing
have food lunch. Yeah, nice. So you like food?
Nothing.
Calm down now. I said with a little bit of food in the mix. So that's why it's the Triple F vlog. So it's family, food, and friendship.
Wait the food.
Calm down.
All right. Well, good. We're waiting.
So you know your fans are watching.
I'll do the cams.
And on my left, I have the one and only Emmanuel Kenibo. He's a music executive, a talent manager. So if you're an artist and you need somebody to help your life, he's your plug. Hi, Emmanuel.
Hi.
Good to have you here.
Hi, Andrew.
Okay.
Yes, amazing to be here.
All right, so let's get right into it. I'm very sure that at some point in time, you guys have shared mutual friends with someone who had an enemy, and the person expected you guys to, automatically become enemies with that same person. Has it ever happened to you?
Who is going first? Me or him?
You.
Me.
Who was introduced first?
I'm looking at you, so you go first. Have you ever had the experience?
Honestly, right now that you mentioned it, I'm thinking, and I can say I've never been in that position. I've had friends that were not in good terms with another person, but it has never gotten to a point where they required me to also beef like who they are. Yeah. But then I think I've also like naturally it comes on like my friend has an issue with you.
Okay.
But then the issue is like you have an issue with all of us. It wasn't like okay, you had issue with him separately.
Yeah.
And then I now heard and then I picked up a beef with you. It was more like the issue happened like
It's a group issue.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because I've never really had many friends. So like the few ones, and it's usually an issue that comes amongst ourselves, maybe one person, the other person, and then you do something, and then everybody. So I've never really been in that position. But I've had people who have been in that position several times, and then they'll ask me, think I'm now what I say I go save my friend, and then you go follow that guy they talk.
Exactly.
So there's always a thin line, yeah. In the case of my friends, there was one time that one of them had an issue with somebody, and it's a person that I relate with too because the person lives close to my house. You will not now say I can't greet the person if I'm passing by, but then I also understood that this guy has some sort of feeling towards this guy. What I did personally was try to understand what's the issue because I'm in the middle, guys.
What caused the beef?
Me, I can't continue with this your style. What's the issue? Right? Because now it's a situation where if this one is in my house and the other one calls me and says he wants to come, I would not have to be like, Alpha, this guy is saying they come. That will say,
are you comfortable?
Make I come, they go. He go just say, come, they go, And then I didn't like it.
I thought you guys were guys. And this only happens with ladies.
No, it happens with guys, but it's not like we don't drag it for long. That's the difference. Like for guys, it's easy to talk it out. Like it's easy to like
and then get over with it.
So what happens is when it went on for quite a while, we just organized one sit out and then and we just like come, just come.
So you were able to reconcile them.
Yeah, and then they met there, and the other guys were there. Were like that thing when you do 12 for now, settle and now, go no feet. You know, and then as guys, one person starts with you they misbehave, you they do anyhow,
Yeah,
you they Jones, so you they, and then you know, and that's how it starts. So
Yeah.
funny enough, they will not say what happened, but just you the Jones, everybody understands what they are saying.
Yeah.
They do anyhow, they do, you know, they try you. Oh yeah, you forget that thing, and like you know, and then it's done. So I think it's easier with guys.
To just move ahead.
To move ahead with stuff. Like we don't really sit down and start saying, this is you that did that, and you that did it. We hardly do that. We just shake, drink, like, and everybody's cool. Don't do it again. No vex now. You do the para safe and everybody's cool. So
Interesting.
that's the good thing.
Okay, let me come to Kenibo. What does loyalty in friendship mean to you? What's your own definition of loyalty? Because I feel like loyalty means different things to different people. So for someone who expects you, to beef an enemy of theirs, it means that that's loyalty for them. You have to, take their sides, whether they were the ones in the wrong or not, regardless of whatever happened that led to the fallout.
I think that kind of loyalty is very expensive, I would say. If you require me to pick up enemies just because you and this person had a fallout, yeah, I think that's very expensive. And again, it depends on what the situation is or
Okay.
was. So if it's a case where we're all in a group and something happened between you and this person, you don't expect me to suddenly cut this person off just because you had a problem with them.
Okay.
If it were a situation where maybe I met somebody through you and you had an issue with this person, the best I think I can do is try to keep you guys separate. So deal with this person on this other end and then deal with this person on this other end. Don't try to bring the both of you together where there would now be like an outrage or some kind of, I don't know, fight
Outburst,
between
yeah.
the both of you guys, But inheriting my friend's enemy.
I mean, your friends, your paddy man, your guy's guy. Should
except
I give you an example?
Okay.
Okay. So let me paint you a scenario. You know Ashley, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Ashley. Sorry, we had to drag you into this. And you know me.
Yeah.
So you have different relationships with both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Let's assume I come to you and I tell you, oh, I dated Ashley and then Ashley broke my heart. Not just breaking my heart. I found out that he was getting
smash am.
married to somebody else.
Cut
Like,
am with
he
knife.
served me breakfast.
And you chop them.
And you've been friends
was I
with-
aware of
Yes, you
the
were when we
relation-
were dating.
Okay.
There's
right?
almost no way you will not be aware now.
Exactly. You're friends with Ashley. You're friends with Ife.
Yeah.
Or close friends. And then you knew we were dating. Everybody was rooting for us, thinking I was going to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
And then one day I call out of the blues and I tell you, oh, I just found out Ashley has been cheating on me. He's not my sworn enemy. You know that kind of heartbreak. In that moment, in that scenario, you know that Ashley is not my enemy. Oh. And you're my friend. Will you still remain guys with Ashley? Do you think it's fair for you to keep being friends with Ashley, knowing what he did to me?
You know how they say, when addressing a problem, you address the problem and not the person. I would address whatever the situation is.
Okay.
If I see that Ashley did something that, why you could do I'm like this, I can address that.
Okay.
But does that mean that I will cut Ashley off? No, I don't think so. I would sympathize and empathize with you, but to now say, okay, because you break my gay heart, that's the end. Me and you cannot be friends anymore. I don't think I'll do that.
But what if I require that from you? What if I insist that you being friends with this person and knowing that from time to time we might find ourselves in the same space because of the friendship we once shared? It means you're reopening old wounds on my part.
So again, which is why I said, if a situation like this plays out, the best thing I think I can do is to ensure that there's no way the both of you would share the same space until maybe at a point where, the situation is, you have a conversation around it to try to find a solution to the problem. Until that happens, I don't think it will be safe for me to engineer a way that you guys will now share the same space, and then there's now an outburst of, I don't know.
Emotions and
Yeah,
all.
and all of that. So it's rather, I'll best keep both of you on the side.
Okay.
But to say that, oh, actually, no, I can't be your friend anymore because why you go do this girl, this kind of thing? Or if you mess up for you.
Okay.
If not me, where you do this kind of thing to have for break up with you and all that kind of stuff, no, I don't think. I would just deal with the situation separately.
Separately.
All right, I think just to add something you
Okay.
said, yeah. I will still be friends with the both of you. And yeah, I'll be friends with the both of you. And then understand another thing. You're painting this picture, but this picture does not carry the whole scenario. Like you
Okay.
just painted
Yeah.
a scene. Like, right? And it would be
But
very
what if that
unfair.
is the actual truth?
No,
That is
it
what
might be the
happened.
actual truth, but like we all know, like breakups don't just happen like
don't
yeah,
really get-
and then you just draw. Like there would be lots of other things that would have been
Factors that
involved.
have
By
led
the
to
way,
that.
we're not even in
Uh-huh.
the relationship with the both of
Exactly.
you guys.
So we don't even know.
what
You will not.
details.
You never think that you were wrong, and we are sure that if we bring Ashley and ask him, he would never agree to that.
He would
too,
definitely even have his own side of the
of
story.
the story.
That's
So
exactly
why
what-
would we now be beefing?
Why do I perceive a gang up? Me, I
No,
don't understand.
no, it's not a
I'm
gang
the one
up.
asking the
There's
question. and You guys
no-
are ganging
there's
up
no-
again.
No, it's not
Gang
gang up. We're just telling you like from how guys live, like how we will not now say Ashley will not talk to you again. The most that will happen is we'll talk to Ashley separate,
Okay.
and talk to you separate. And then maybe when we're talking to Ashley, we'll be like, "Oh, how far you are now? What's this up
Yes.
now?" Like, or when we talk to you, now be like, "You should just people should sort this thing out." Like that was what would happen.
Once again, Ashley, we're sorry for dragging you into this mix. But then, don't you guys think there's an exception to
Okay,
this
let me
rule?
put it this way.
Let's imagine it involves a life-threatening situation. Say, for example, you know me differently, right? And you know Kenibo differently. We're not in the same circle of friends. And then somehow you got to find out that Kenibo and I, we were friends for the longest, right? And then we fell out. And what led to that fallout is something I did that he considered life-threatening. And now you're my friend. You've experienced a different side to me. But Kenibo has a bad memory of whatever friendship I shared with him because of what I did, that led to the end of that friendship.
See, I get what you're saying. I'll give you a true example with myself and a few of my friends. So most recently, I lost a friend of mine.
Okay.
She's the only girl amongst us. We're about 6 of us, and she's the only girl.
I'm so sorry.
So yeah, thank you. Now, the building up to everything, like amongst us, there was one of us that, just decided to just do his own thing and chill. We're not really like, not because we hated him or anything, but we felt like he wanted to just, in doing it's not the aligned. So everybody just like, this guy, we don't talk, everybody just, nobody's really beefing you, but you're just doing your own.
Just keep
everybody-
him at arm's length.
So guess what? Eventually, like we did not talk for years. We were not really talking for years. We were talking with his wife.
Okay.
All right. We talked to his wife, but like him, like especially me, I wasn't even having it. Like, and everybody in the group knew like that. Me, one time, one of my friends brought him to my house and didn't tell me. Just brought him to my house, bap, and then I opened the
per
door.
guys
yeah,
before.
and I just opened the door and I just saw him. I saw the guy. I was like,
You gave him
and then
bombastic
him in
side
front,
eye.
the one in front just look at me like, and then just enter, and then I just still like at that moment I still have to just be cool. Like I wouldn't want to, but eventually for me, where I'm going to with this was, so when we lost this friend, we'd not seen this guy for a while until we lost this friend of ours, and then he came to the
burial.
hospital, the mortuary. Not
okay.
wait, there's the story. He came to the mortuary, and then I came and I was pissed. The moment I saw him, I was really pissed now because I felt like we've been friends for a while, but this guy was alive at the time.
Yeah.
We were not see you, you did not, And then it's when she now, you now hear that she's dead, and you now want to come and look at everybody like that kind of picture in my head. All right, and that was not okay. I was pissed at that time. My friends were like, "Us calm down." The other guys were like, "Us calm down, calm down." And then eventually we were planning for the burial and everything. And then this same guy wasn't almost like concerned about like, why are we going for the burial? Like, that kind of
He
stuff.
wasn't showing any concern. He wasn't asking questions.
And then we wanted to print shirts and everything, and he was the person who did the shirts for us. Like we paid him to get the person to do the shirt, but him no gets shirts. Like and him, they even ask us like,
were you guys ever
Alpha.
friends?
Wait, I'm telling you, we're friends. So and you know what? He was even closer to that girl. Like he knew that girl before even me.
Wow.
Okay.
Like we all went to Uniport. So some amongst us now, you have my friends that were not cool with it, but would not want to get very upset. I'm not that guy. Like I am pissed, and I'm like,
You're
I don't
going
want
to
to
show
see
it.
I don't want to see this dude. Like I don't believe that. I mean, why would you even? And so on the day we're going for the burial, like we not even hear from you. Then later you start giving us excuse that you did not know this one. Like, are we even supposed to find you? Like, So at that point, like I feel like from what you're saying, I feel like there are certain personal beliefs I have, right? Let's say we're all here as friends, and then this guy does something that's really bad. Now, he didn't do it to me,
Did
but
it
what he
someone
did
else?
breaks something I believe in.
Okay.
All right. It now
Okay.
makes me say, I don't think I can relate with this guy.
Yeah.
It's not because of
Okay.
what he did, but I'm feeling if you can do something like this,
Yeah.
like, yo, then me being friends with you, my life is at risk because
Okay.
the values I have, we don't share similar values.
So for you, in that instance, you
In that
prefer to
instance-
learn from someone else's experience than for you to have to experience it yourself.
Technically, too, is my experience. Like, if we're all friends and
Yeah.
we're good friends and
In the
something
circle.
in a circle and something really bad happens to you and one of us now in do am, technically, I will feel it.
Indirectly, yeah.
Indirectly is my experience. So now I'm saying the reason why we're friends is because we share similar values. And now you have just shown me that your moral standard no follow. And now I'm just beginning to think that, okay, I think I've been like hanging out with the wrong guy. Now, because we've already shared some past, I can't just say get out.
Yeah.
You
But I'll
still
just
remain
give
cordial.
you, but I'll give you space. I'll just withdraw and just give you your space and be like, okay. So I think that way, in that situation, something like that might happen.
So
for
there are
guys.
exceptions to this rule. So that
No, it's
brings
not
me-
beef.
Okay, so that brings
Uh-huh.
me to the question of value-based friendship.
Okay, so before I even get into that, I think his story just reminded me of something. I had the coursemate then in school who, it was, I think, after school that I found out that she had a crush on me. Then we were really close.
So you break heart.
No,
Cute.
Hey.
Tell us.
we were really
broke.
close. And you know all this situation of I know come class, I beg waiting and teach, all that kind
Generally,
of stuff.
yeah.
He was that kind of person. And I saw her as a calm-headed person. It was until
I know this kind of feeling.
just not too long ago. I think it was my birthday. Somebody had posted my picture, and then somebody messages this person who posted my picture to say, is this not this guy? I was like, yeah, he's friends with this person. Yeah, he is. This person tried to poison me. So it turns out that they were roommates, and I don't know, for whatever reason,
She tried to poison her roommate.
Now that sort of like made me think about a lot of things.
Exactly. You see the point I'm making.
Imagine we had gone ahead to have a relationship and it just did not work out.
They could have poisoned you.
What would she
They just would have poisoned you.
you get? So I mean, yes, there are because even now I would say I'm careful
Okay.
of her. Good
Oh,
Yeah,
since you heard that
yeah,
story.
Yeah, it just gives you a perspective.
Good thing now is that she's not around. She's not in the country, so she's like out of the country. So even when I relate with her, once in a while,
You're working on eggshells.
It's not
Wow.
a very regular kind of thing.
But I believe that, right? People can have different experiences of a person. So the other day I wrote on Facebook.
No, but this one
and
is too
see,
much.
I'm just going to say it, right? You might know somebody as a complete angel. The part of the person you've experienced is, oh, this person is an angel on earth. He can do no wrong in your eyes. And another person, we completely have a nightmare as an experience
That's
of
why
that
we are.
person.
That's why we are 6 billion people in the world.
But then these two experiences are valid, right?
Yeah, very. It just depends
So
on how
why
you
are
relate.
people so quick to jump to defense when you try to share the experience you've had with somebody?
Because
with
they've not had the experience you've had. Look at this. Like, I've had a lady tell me you are stingy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are very stingy.
I can't
Like,
go.
are you? Like, because maybe, you want me to pay for something or do
Yeah.
something or buy something. And I'm like, maybe the timing, I'm like, no, I'm not budget. I didn't budget for this one. I don't
Yeah.
want to spend. And then that's how you always, every time I ask you for money,
Every
that's it's
time.
not my fault that every time you come.
So you're
it's
coming at the wrong time.
Exactly. I say, and I told, so
Why
one
you
time it was
coming at
getting
the
me
wrong
pissed
time?
until one time I got this idea and I said to one of my friends, I was like, see, if any girl says I'm stingy, fine. There are other girls that I've been nice to that will say, no,
Baba is nice
not like
and
that.
hot.
This guy is like, so it's now about the side of me you met.
Yeah.
All right. And when you want to express or say something about me, it's going to be based on that side you saw. All right. There are other people that have seen other sides. I'm very sure, all of us are friends. If we go to our friends and say no, it's a lie.
yeah.
But there's somebody from outside that will be like, this one a lie. That's what you be. My friends will be like, our friends might even know that we are capable of that action, but they know that that's not who we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
so it's like, that's why it's
they,
different.
or they believe that something triggered it.
Yes, that's not really who we are. It must have been like a situation because they've been with you long enough to tell that, this is. So that's just how it is. If people say what they say about you, you are this person is that guy, it's largely what they have seen. some cases what they have heard before they even saw. Like before they
So
get
they
to
already
see you.
form like a perception in their mind of who you are.
Exactly. Or in some cases, you know how they say dress how you want to be addressed. Then in the world now we're trying to be like, don't really care about how you dress.
Or you say first impression matters.
But they say leave that thing. But I used to tell people like the same people that are telling you that forget, let me be comfortable in my skin. If you dey walk out for road, you see guy when we wear one kind of singlet in body, they one kind of go. You go judge am first, like this guy, who is he?
Straight up.
Hold your bag. You know,
Straight
so
up,
it's just
straight
what
up.
it is. Like it's what it
Okay,
is.
okay. So let's wrap this up. Yeah. Would you say adult friendships are easier compared to teenage friendship, childhood friendship? Yes.
Wow.
Because personally, I feel they are difficult. You can't keep up.
Right.
Life is happening to everybody. And then we have. I also feel like as adults, we have unrealistic expectations a lot.
Well, unfortunately, yes, there are those times where there are unrealistic expectations. But comparing adult friendship with,
Teenage
friendship
days,
from back
childhood,
in the days.
yeah.
Back in the days, I don't think, not even back in the days, but as young people, as teenagers, there's not a lot they care about. It's just, I have this friend and we're
You don't even have responsibilities per se.
They're just like, I'm cool with this person and we're fine. We just go ahead. But then as adults, I think there's a lot we place on friendships that sometimes it makes it very difficult to maintain these friendships.
Okay.
Sometimes people have a great deal of expectation from people, and again, they have different reasons as to why they become friends with a person. It can be very transactional.
So it's a trade by barter situation.
It depends on what I can get from you.
And what you also can get from me in return.
Yeah. So
okay.
it's like if I need 100K now, there's that one person that I know I can call.
Can come through for me.
That would always come through. But maybe after you receive that 100K, the person probably doesn't hear from you anymore for as long as you don't need money. But then
Until
when
you need money again.
you then would reach out to this person, or there's somebody else that you have for whatever reason.
Okay.
But for me, I think friendship should be more than that. It should be a safe space sometimes where if I'm going through a situation, I can call my friend and speak to them without any form of reservation.
Judgment.
Yeah, or feel like this person is going to judge me or anything like that. Because again, people go through stuff. We may not be able to afford therapy. How many people can afford therapy? But at least I think being able to speak to somebody, and
have them listen to you and understand,
can, in that action in itself, be very therapeutic. Just knowing that there's somebody that you're speaking to and they listen to you and are there for you can provide some level of comfort for you. I think those should be some of the characteristics of friendship.
Okay. How about you, Andrew?
For me, I would start with this. There was something that Jemike said. He doesn't have time for friends that are business.
I watched the clip. I saw it.
Coming time, boom, boom, making money. And I'm looking at him like, yo, bro,
Yeah.
I think
Slow
your roll. I think you're missing this age. Like I think you don't have the right idea of what being friend really mean. Like for me, like even what you're saying, the part where you said when you need money, blah, blah, blah. If people build the relationship we share on that, I don't think we're friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? I have friends that I'm godfather to their children. Like their child's birthday, I'm there. Like,
So it extends
like
beyond
it's because now
you.
family, like they are like for one of us, like the eldest of all of us, his mom is like our mom. So most times I say my second mom in Port Harcourt. Like, and my mom know her, she knows my mom. Like there's like it's like a family, and then we know everybody knows each other's parents. Like we talk, we go, like that's how closely knitted like we are. So at that level, I would be like, yeah, it's more interesting adult friendship. It's more interesting because you are now adult and you understand really what friendship means. As teens, it's just somebody that can follow you do stuff that two of you can just be doing your stuff. Nobody, like it's almost nothing. Like you don't. So for teens, I think it's just chilling, and because most of the people that you were cool with as teens, now that you know better, you guys are not friends.
Some.
There are some of them. Yeah, there are some of them.
them.
And that's just the truth.
Some of
because
them.
so if teenage friendship is like the bomb, all of them will still do.
Abby.
But as life went on, you began to understand better and see clearer. So you realize friendship is more than just somebody that can help me when I'm in need, or somebody that could. I don't go out, for instance. I don't know how to hang out. If I don't have some of the friends I have, I would never leave my door. So there are times that they will call me, and then some of them are married, if not almost, most of them are married.
Okay.
So now when they are not married, it became even more difficult because now there's madam. So there are times
They
that
have more
so the
responsibilities.
the friendship now goes beyond just them, now includes their wives.
Hmm.
So there are times that I could be like, bring madam them out, all of us go chill. Like it now becomes like a wider, and then this person marries, his wife is now friends with your wife, and then like
So it keeps growing.
and then the mothers now know all the wives, and like
You
that
guys
kind
are
of
building
thing.
a family tree.
No, that's just how we are. So it's adult friendship is nice.
And it's demanding. It's interesting. It's demanding.
So
not really
It's
demanding.
controversial.
I don't think it's demanding.
I think
Are you sure it's not demanding?
No, it's not.
I think as with almost everything in life, there are always two sides to this thing. There are some friendship that, as Andrew has, essentially
Analyzed.
explained, there are those kind of friendship. And then there are the friendships that come with a lot of difficulty. So there are two sides to it every time. I know that I have talked about like the difficult side of friendship. It's not to say I have difficult friends. I don't. But sometimes you get to experience some of these things here and there. But all the same, there are just two sides to it.
All right. Thank you so much, Kenibo. Thank
you.
you, Ifiemi, for
you.
coming on the Triple F podcast. I really do appreciate it.
We still need the food. We still need the food.
Don't worry,
Yes.
you will get your
Triple
food.
F, no
Calm
food.
down. Don't you trust me?
But imagine us doing a review of food.
I said you will get food. Calm
Alright.
down now.
Starch and banga soup.
Why are you casting me like this?
All right. Me, I'm patient.
All right, over to you watching. Would like to know what you think about inheriting a friend's enemy as a sign of loyalty. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop your thoughts in the comment section. I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.